Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to day 3 of the Road to Revengeance tour. I am Angelo Miller, and as always I'm here with my broadcast colleague
Jimmy Jackson. It is JJ Jackson Esquire, and I am as hyped as ever for the third day of the Road to Revengeance.
I am mildly calm, but
Really?
I know, but it's just because this is the start of the show, but as the show goes on I'm going to be so pumped for the main event, because that's how you build shows.
But we have a huge cloud hanging over us from the beginning of the end of day 2.
Ah, that's very true.
Yes.
We still don't have any confirmation as to what's happening with the tag team belts. We don't have any confirmation as to what's actually happening with the men's title.
Yes,
Ian apparently challenged for the regional championship. We might get an answer for that later on tonight. And of course, the main event in regards to the women's division. Main event, Ellie Edwards, first singles match since Aim for the Top, goes one-on-one with Washu.
This would be a fantastic amuse-bouche for Ellie before the pay-per-view itself, because if she can't beat someone who isn't the champion, it's probably going to eat away at her on the night. And if Washu can get out a win, well, we know who will win, who will be next in line for the throne.
Starting off today's show, looks like Phil is coming out and hang on.
He's actually got some kind of entourage there?
Wait a minute. Well, we know about Mai, the H-Cup waifu, but Will?
That is quite the... We saw Will last time when he was questioning an offer with Mr. Matt. But
yeah, Mr. Matt offered him like a partnership or an opportunity or something, and yet he's coming out with Phil. What's going on
here? Is he in cahoots with... I am confused. There's just a wave of confusion. We haven't even thrown a single punch yet.
Phil came out last time and confronted the NSFW fans, basically saying that he was just upset with the lack of opportunity he'd been given. In a similar vein to Mr. Matt and Will. Something doesn't seem right.
You're right. Could they be kindred spirits in that? But either way, the Mark Merchant has appeared.
Yep.
It was his first properly real singles match, I believe. I don't think we can really count guys, can we?
No, I mean, it's a win for the record books, but he has got a completely different competitor in Phil.
Yeah, we've got someone who's used to the main event scene, one of the most widely regarded best members of the roster.
Which again causes all this confusion. He's coming out and saying he's not getting opportunity, and yet we list off his list of achievements, and clearly he's one of the most decorated people in the company. And of course,
there's one thing that's eluded him, and he will not rest until it's his.
In any case, it's just there's so much going on at the moment. We can't quite piece anything to. Hang on. I am getting something through from the back. Okay. Right. In regards to the Mr. Matt situation, there has been some paperwork put through.
Good lord. Okay.
Yeah, just got confirmation that paperwork has been filed for a new faction within NSFW, headed by Mr. Matt and Ren.
Oh.
And it's being referred to as the Neo Federation.
That is a development. So, by process, could possibly Phil and Will have joined them? At
this moment in time, it's been confirmed that there is only 2 members, and that is Matt and Ren.
As we've seen, that Will certainly is on the side of Phil at the moment, forcing the Merchant back in.
Oh,
hey, beautiful flying splash there off the rope.
I mean, we'll get more details on the faction as it develops, but right now, I mean, there is a match going on,
and it seems to be.
And Phil is uncharacteristically, he's gotten a weapon from underneath the ring and started attacking the Mark Merchant with it.
But he's been able to assume it.
Ow!
He's instantly thrown out the weapon. As his retro fighting style seems to dictate, it's ungentlemanly to fight with a weapon unless it's an umbrella.
Well, I would say that he was just using it in self-defense because
Yes,
he promptly threw it away afterwards.
He did, yes. I believe, but now he's starting to get the upper hand. I don't think a lot of people would have predicted this, to be honest.
Big backbreaker to Phil.
Seeing Phil on his back like that is a surprise. He's working fists into Phil's pretty face.
Will's got involved.
Oh, are they trying to psychic
He's
him
calling over. He's trying to call over the Mark Merchant.
But it's not working, is it?
Mark Merchant's got that
He's got him in
chicken
the
wing.
crossface chicken wing? Is it?
He made guys tap out to this.
But he's starting to turn. Can he turn it?
Oh,
no.
stamp to the foot.
Able to work it with a stamp to the foot and an elbow to the face, and we are back to square one. Look at the strength of him. Snake eyes on the ropes there.
Phil eyeing up the Mark Merchant. Oh, what's the setting him
And I
up
think
for?
now it's...
Straight onto his head. I mean, we know the Mark Merchant wears that hat even when he's wrestling, but I don't think that's going to give him that much protection.
Yeah, a bit of felt is probably not going to protect you from being slammed on your head for too long.
Oh
no,
wait,
he's on the
hang
apron. What is this?
Speaking of which,
oh my god! Well,
my god!
If the top of that hat wasn't flat before, it certainly is now. He's somehow able to get up, and he's still got the pad though. That is a surprise.
Mark Merchant,
I think he's threatened now. I think it is in a way of self-defense. Just get him on. He's kicked him over the back into the crowd. This is a very weird side of both wrestlers I think I've never seen before, and they are fighting in the crowd at the moment.
Again,
this is dangerous.
The Mark Merchant, again, very old school. You'd imagine him fighting amongst the crowd.
And the referee continuing the count as they are outside. Do not forget, they count to 20. They need to be back in the ring, otherwise it will be a count out.
Keep rolling to the outside. And it sends him
back into the ring area, but not fully in the ring as the referee is continuing to count.
Mai and Will staying to one side, not interfering in the matchup.
Referee appears to be on 8. He's on 11?
Giving Phil the space he needs to take out.
Certainly is back in with
the Merchant.
plenty of time to spare. Gives him a bit of a breather on the butt before he climbs back in. Now that little excursion to the outside would have only hurt.
Big swing.
Oh, he's going
Big Phil.
swinging. We have waited for this for a while. Beautiful.
Sends him flying down to the mat. And
look at him.
He's just so full of confidence right now.
After that initial shaky start, he's found his footing, and now he's properly showing the Merchant the real meaning of pain here. You could hear the ding of his chin hit the turnbuckle in that last throw.
Mark Merchant isn't taking any crap.
Starting to try and attack back, but it... Knife edge chops to the face.
And a double chop to the neck. Is that enough to put him down?
No,
Just
barely get to one there.
Just a single count by the ref. And Phil's not done.
I think that was a mistake. Beautifully out of a net, and transitions into a net breaker.
Mark Merchant getting the crowd on his side.
I don't think the crowd could believe that he put up this much of a fight against Phil.
He's tough.
Maybe, yeah. Turns out Phil may have overestimated himself.
Kick to the lower back.
Mark Merchant could go 2 for nothing here as he continues his assault, and he's cut Phil. Phil is bleeding now.
Those gloves.
This is indeed Wow.
Those gloves that he has, they're like paper thin.
Yeah.
They are literally there just for decor.
Yep. It's bare knuckle. They don't. There's a reason that they don't aim for the head in bare knuckle boxing, and that's why.
Throws Phil into the corner. Very slowly makes sway. Looks tired.
And the blood is now going around Phil's eyes. Crimson mask descends upon his face as he gets his revenge.
Sit out powerbomb.
It seems the blood is giving him a second lease of life here.
And he's attempting to go to the top rope. It's uncharacteristic for him. He's not...
Well, concussions are a big problem in our league. There's a lot of blood. Oh, no. But it seems, oh, that is very clever. Using his own momentum against him and tripping him up. And now the power is back onto his side. And this could be it.
Oh! Drops him down. That has got to be the finish. No.
No, he is not done. He is not done yet. Goes back into the corner.
Oh no.
Separate. Oh
no, Phil, no.
No, Phil.
Don't do this. He wants
no.
He wants a family. No!
Oh, I wince.
A proper ball buster by Phil, is that enough? Yes, it is.
You ain't kicking out of one of them, friend. And Phil...
He puts away the merchant
in a manner not how we think, I reckon.
This is a completely different Phil to what we know.
Look at that bleeding out of his mouth as well. He had a lot of punishment dealt to him.
It doesn't bother him in the slightest though. He's picked up a win. And
he had to go to the well harder than you think, I think.
He's saying to those at ringside, he should be the next champion.
Based on wins and losses, he's got a fair point.
We might finally tonight hear what Carlo has to say.
It's the third time coming. He's been interrupted twice now.
They do say third time's the charm, so let's hope he's got his security out back, making sure no one interferes in this promo whatsoever.
And the discussion isn't going to be about what's gone on in his mind, it's about everyone else that's happening in the ring around him today.
Wait, he's just mentioned Lollymat's the number one contender.
Well, he beat Jim, but
more importantly, they're saying that he's number one contender because, if we remember correctly, Lollymat did beat Richard, and Richard is the current champion. So
he's got every right to do it.
He's beaten the champion. Sure, at the time he wasn't, but retroactively, they've given him a rematch. They've given him an opportunity.
So far to claim a pinfall victory over
This is a huge surprise. Oh! What is Carlo doing?
It was absolutely...
I mean, Lollymac was talking some serious crap to Carlo just then, but
he should be grateful for his opportunity, to be honest.
Yeah,
he has the credentials, but they could have picked any other person in the ring to face.
I don't care how annoying anyone can be. He is the general manager. He should not be attacking the number one contender.
Happened far too many times, I think.
Regardless of if it's...
Even though he pays us.
Regardless of whether it's the right decision or not, at the same time he's been named and that's official.
Yeah, I don't understand. And I don't think he'll ever explain. But Matt is starting to get his revenge on him here. It's pandemonium in the NSFW ring.
If nothing else comes out of this, it shows that Lollymac does have fight in him. And there is a chance that he could become the men's champion at Revengeance. It's been confirmed now.
If Carlo doesn't take it for himself first, he can do that, can he?
Probably. Singles action coming up right now. Oh, and we're starting with... we haven't seen Junko for a while.
The interviewer from the time of Go to the Top.
The East Midlands Anime Group mascot, Junko, making a singles appearance. She was not involved in Aim for the Top, as clearly stated. She was a backstage commentator. She's been accompanied by Mickey, however, who unfortunately had a few issues at the event. Not only losing out in the tournament in very dramatic and, in a sense, disgraceful fashion to Washu, but also...
I'm surprised she's alive, to be honest.
We won't talk about what happened with Phil. My understanding, completely innocent, but just, she doesn't want to talk about it.
Yeah, it's court of law. Court of law. Don't get us in trouble again.
Oh, and there it is.
Oh,
confirmation. Ren representing the Neo Federation, accompanied by Mr. Matt. As we said earlier in the broadcast, the group has been confirmed now.
Put up a fairly solid victory over Panda Jerk last episode. He's looking to get another win. It's notched up 3 out of 4 since the beginning of since the beginning of the new generation of NSFW in 2017.
Ren and Mr. Matt.
One would argue that the odds would be stacked in her favour. The mascots aren't really known for their prowess in the ring.
No. Plus, it has been well documented, Ren and Mr. Matt, they want to establish themselves as the power couple in the company.
And now that they're officially together in this new stable, I think the somewhat clean tactics that she displayed last time probably won't be in play tonight.
Yep, they're definitely starting to push towards greatness. And if it means having to go through the mascots first, well, doesn't matter. Fight whoever's in front of you.
And if you have to cheat to win, well, as long as the ref ain't watching.
Ren goes straight up to Junko, picks her up.
Just the strength that she doesn't even decide to do anything.
Oh,
biting her in the ass, basically, as she powers out and is instantly going out the ring. But no, just goes there to get a breather and to play some mind games there. It's like...
Last thing you want to do with Ren is be on the outside of the ring. She is well versed in using that outside area to her advantage.
Stuns her throat there. And as we see, also Ren is very good at playing mind games. Do not try and out-cerebral her. She will fight you and she will win. As we've seen already now, she's about to, as expected, going in. We've got a lot of bats under there, don't we?
Yeah, it's almost like we need to, consult the rule book a bit more often. Cause
yeah.
Ow!
Oh, straight in the face! you could see from that, I think she might have lost a tooth from that. It's brutal. And the audience are strangely liking it. You sick people.
How is this acceptable? Oh, and she's got
yes.
that torture rack back into place.
The torture rack we saw used 3 separate times against Panda Jux, slicing her in half like an accordion. It's brutal.
Referee waves it off. She didn't tap.
Just limps lifelessly
But
to the ground.
there's already not a lot of life in Junker, and this could be it. She's sizing her up for the Ren page.
It's only a matter of time.
Oh, into that corner again.
Yes. Pulls her away from the ropes, and this seems to be a foregone conclusion.
And that picks up the win for Ren. Another dominant display.
That's the second in many matches, and you have to think she could be the next in line to contest the throne of the Women's Championship at NSFW.
The power couple is on the rise, and the Neo Fed has only just been started. But who knows? I mean, obviously, won't go too far into it. The implications of what could happen with Phil, Will, and whoever. It's just
but it's coming from a solid background if they are considering doing it.
And just when you thought things couldn't get any better, Richard, the problem propero, has come out to, I guess, address the whole situation. I mean, he's got...
Well, since we learned that he actually is a 31-year-old Chinese woman, is he still Richard?
I guess. I mean, he still has the... I mean, he still has the championship. Granted, he didn't bring it out with him because he forgets, but... I mean, as long as he's defending the belt, I mean, it's all good. I have no idea what he just said.
Me neither.
I mean, he seems confident.
I guess. Good for him.
I mean, considering the fact he lost against Lollybat at Over the Top, you'd think he was a bit cautious, but
this is he's not fought as a Chinese woman yet, so you never know. And we have singles action on the NSFW as Semmelus takes to the ring.
Smodius, in his debut, was unable to beat Alex Richards. Had a very hard-fought fight. He just wants to pick up a win at this point. He wants to, he's still
got the build for it.
He's still on the up and up. but he knows that unless he starts chaining together some wins very soon, he's going to struggle in this company.
He has, yeah. He's got the strength, but unfortunately, as we saw in his last match, someone with the right technique can motor through him, and he's chosen a very difficult challenge tonight, going up against Akarenga.
I was about to say another very technical start.
The high flyer of what we probably would call the regional division, wouldn't we?
I would say, I mean, at this point, you fight for whatever's in front of you. I mean, this is just for, I mean, Akarenga is definitely up there in both the regional and the men's divisions. Simolius is still trying to find his footing.
As he comes out.
Sentai Rider, Akarenga, crowd favourite here.
Has he heard an explanation for this?
What, for his moves?
For his opening fists.
That's him. He's clambering for the energy from the audience. Like, he works.
That momentum there.
I mean, that suit of his, that's not just electricity running through it. That's like heart, soul, and energy.
And diet iron brew.
Probably.
I think he'd be more of a Coke guy. We're not endorsing Coke, alright? Don't sue me.
I doubt he takes drugs, but I assume that the only high he ever gets is when he's on the top rope.
Match is underway.
Straight into the corner by Simolius.
That's nice.
Lifts him up. He's going for a... He's
taking him out of his own game, counteracting the agility of Akarenga with brute strength.
Using that top rope to his advantage. You won't see Simolius jumping off the top rope, but you'll still see him throwing.
We could end this completely. No. Gets a 2 so soon within the first 10 seconds though. Brilliant start. Now all he needs to do is he wanting to... Oh, nobody home. And takes a kick to the groin for his trouble as well.
Big super kick.
Brutal kick. You could hear that.
You could hear that all the way to the nosebleed section. Oh, Simolius.
And just single...
Twats him!
Jesus, man. There are kids watching. What's your fucking language?
He does it again.
Steel chair straight to the dome.
Ref, as per usual, being very lenient on the weapon use.
Well, of course, there were no disqualifications, only countouts. Very convenient.
Simolius just watching on, thinking that was enough, but clearly not.
Thought he was going for a trio woe, but throws him with this momentum.
Akarenga very upset from that stiff shot earlier. Returns one in kind.
Looks like he was about to go for a small package, but in the end gives him a kick in the face for his trouble. It's very weird stop. Both of them are using moves you wouldn't expect them to do. Akarenga is starting to use quite a few power moves, and Simolius is not afraid to use the ropes now. It's mind games,
just throwing him around like he's
beautiful
nothing.
Gut wrench there. Only gets a 1 count this time though. He's probably got a bit of his breath back from the shocking beginning there.
Simolius being very aggressive in his style.
He is.
Just wow!
The brute strength of Akarenga cannot be underestimated. Swift kick to the Goslings.
And counters that with a huge powerbomb.
Completely
Goes for the pin. No.
Lifts him up by the power of this man. I think Samus might have found his groove now.
That big boot takes him down to the canvas. That has got to be it.
His super kicks are a thing of beauty, and they don't. 2.9. He really thought he got his maiden win there.
Akarenga has got to be hurting at this point. He's got to be.
But he's not done yet. He's not done.
No.
And
Who's up? Oh my god!
what?
What was?
Whoa! That somehow was kicked out of.
Yeah, what? I've not got that in my notes. Like, what is that?
He's pulling everything out of his arsenal there.
Oh, jeez.
That was delightful. He throws into the corner there. More of those attempts to use his own body weight as momentum is probably going to give him the key to win. Like that, backflipping directly over him.
Dodges the clothesline, hits one of his own.
This is a difficulty when you fight someone like him. You have to be careful of his speed. It can come out anywhere, and he hits another.
Oh. Wow. Some will call it Destino, but
we have to.
He's just. Wow.
That was a beautiful weight. That was a beautiful move, and I want to see more of that. And Summers now goes 2 under.
Hacker Ranger, impressive display.
With his first victory in singles competition. This will be the start of many more.
Stay tuned as we've still got more contests, including Ellie Edwards versus Washu in the main event later on tonight.
Indeed.
Now
well.
Now Martz is coming out.
And he is not happy.
No, he is. I mean,
He
honestly
believes
the number one contender situation. Why he took out Jim. I mean, he's got a lot to answer for now.
And it's all his own fault, really.
He
knew all
well,
along.
Let's see what he's got to say. Wait, hold on a second there. Jim making his way out. He's
notably annoyed.
Yeah, I mean, he's sick and tired about Martz talking so much about him.
Martz tried to use him as a pawn, and it clearly has backfired in both of their faces.
Well, Martz has set up his own demise in this case. He went out of his way to attack Jim last week,
and now he's got.
He's
not messed with the ball, and he's about to get the horn.
He's not got a tile shot, but he has got another issue.
Yes!
Oh! And Jim has had enough.
I think we all agree that it's been a long time coming.
Jim picking up on Marks and hitting him with that DDT.
The man who he believes is responsible, and I think by all accounts except for Marks, is responsible for costing Jim a title shot at Revengeance. Marks
hits him with that elbow.
What's he doing?
They're
both enraged with each other. Although I think it's really more Marks being enraged with himself.
Jim's coming back. It's him smacking him down with that clothesline. And he's just like, he's not that bothered. Oh.
Lays him down.
Like, Jim is pissed, but
quite right, it's going to be broken up, but regardless of the referee attempts to break this up, this is not over.
And we're back, ladies and gentlemen. Oh. Making his way down to the ring, St. Michael.
It's very telling that he's on his own. As we recall an episode in the first day, he was in a tag match with Aka Ranger. He was thrust it upon himself to try and talk some sense into him, try and turn him over from the dark side, as it were, and he's come out alone. There's something that's gone wrong behind the curtain there.
Well, to be quite honest, St. Michael hasn't had a one-on-one shot yet. So maybe he sees this as his opportunity to bring himself into the ranks. And he's got a tough opponent in Fifi.
Indeed he does. Of course, Fifi will be still smarting from the non-title match against Richard Problem Prothero in the first proper match of the entire road to Revengeance. They went hell for leather at each other, and how much of his power is still going to be here when he faces St. Michael tonight.
And they couldn't be any different, these two. Going for those flames again, but deciding, nope, you know what? This audience, they're not worth it.
Yeah.
Strange when you consider that Fifi is part of the Outcast Club, yet someone like St. Michael is unaffiliated.
He seems to be more of an outcast than Fifi.
Yeah, you think he'd be a perfect fit for that group.
Clearly, St. Michael is in it for himself. He doesn't need a club. He doesn't need anyone to watch his back.
He's the kind of person that you'd suspect would have his own cult or his own club. But again,
nobody wants to deal with him.
Well, he's neither here or there.
The only person who dares try and combat him is Aka Ranger, and it seems to be more of a... I don't know what the situation is. He's not brutally attacked him before the match starts, so I guess that's some kind of bonus at least.
Fifi still as hairy as he ever was.
Except somehow he has slathered his legs with more butter. How he could apply a leg lock to anyone is anyone's guess, really. They will just slip out.
You can just see the look of St. Michael's face at ringside and think to yourself, why am I in this situation?
Disgust. Look at his eyes. It's hard to get a reading on St. Michael at all, really. And we're off.
Sends Fifi straight into the corner, quickly reversed. And a quick shot to the abdomen.
Sends him slightly winded. Seems to be Fifi now who's gaining the momentum again, steadily building. Not trying anything particularly big, just trying to get a feeling out here. There's a lot of
And once again, the weapons.
We have to do something. What is underneath there? It's just all chairs and bats.
I mean, the NSFW Weekly is still a developing thing. I mean, this is our first tour, so we're just, you know, you could say this is a feeling out process. What's working, what's not working. And to be quite honest, the amount of weapon shots, either the referee isn't doing his job properly and needs to be released from his contract, or we need to put some additional rules into place to stop all this weapon play.
We put the rules in as a thing to prevent, we believe people won't use them, but it seems that they're not using them at the moment, going towards more back break strikes here. And it seems that Fifi is now down and Michael's starting to gain his first proper advantage in the match here.
Oh, beautiful Death Valley driver.
And already so soon.
Gets him up. Is he going for it? He's setting up the G-Wing.
It is.
And he hits it, G-Wing.
Of course, it took more than one to put down the team of Chris and Ian.
Cover.
Is it going to be?
No, 2 count.
It takes 2. He's shaking. His legs were actually shaking.
Very uncharacteristic for St. Michael. Not usually want to go to the top rope. But big shoulder tackle.
That almost looked like a headbutt there. That was awfully close. It would surprise me for him to use headbutts. It's probably hardened his skull.
BP manages to kick out.
There.
And he goes for a quick cover.
While he's stunned there, because barely gets a 1 count. He's got to do much better than that. Driving the fists into the head and then the foot there for good measure. And it could be the Nutcracker Vice is in. Nutcracker Vice is locked.
Can he make him tap?
I don't think Sir Michael has ever had a neck massage not quite like this.
That could be it.
Is he out cold?
Seems like it flops to his back. Cover 1,
counting.
2.
Only a 2 now.
Just narrowly gets out of it.
Both of them have had a fair crack at each other so far.
Looking fairly limp at the moment.
Both of them do. Working the knees into the chest of Fifi. And an extra arm there as well. It's good to target the same area repeatedly. Repetition is good.
Oh, what's this?
Oh no.
Oh!
Into a crossface. That is choking, cutting off the blood supply. From that, he's gone. He's tapping.
That's it. He's out.
What? That is a shock. St. Michael has somehow embraced full anger and defeated Fifi rather convincingly.
And just like that, St. Michael has picked up yet another win. He is 2-0 on the weekly shows.
That is surprising for Fifi. Clearly sporting some fatigue from the match on day 1. But it won't matter at all for St. Michael.
And now he unleashes the flames.
Should have reminded before, I could have thrown some chicken in that.
And we are back. And
It's
we're
the
just
main event time, isn't it?
Hell yeah. Oh, and highly anticipated as well.
Indeed.
Your number 1 contender to the NSFW Women's Championship.
Ellie Edwards, of course. Very, very well fought match at Aim for the Top, where she just came out second best to Katie in that brilliant ladder match. as she makes her entrance now. Clearly about as subtle as a brick to the mouth. But that's her style, isn't it?
On day one, the women's champion issued the challenge back to Ellie to determine which of them truly is the best woman in the division. Of course, you could say that right now the division is full of top contenders, but Katie wants to start with her previous opponent. Like, climbing the ladder wasn't enough for her. No, she wants, if she's going to be women's champion, she wants to be able to beat her opponents. She wants to be able to beat them as cleanly as possible.
And as you may recall from Aim to the Top, she and Alex Richards had a bet with each other that if Ellie was able to procure the women's title, Ellie would decide on Alex's wardrobe. And as she failed, Alex has decided on Ellie's wardrobe. Of course, Ellie doesn't actually mind. She wanted to pick this anyway.
So I like that. I like the sensible approach. I think most other people would take it in a completely different direction, but no, I like it.
Everybody look actors.
Of course. Whereas there's a lot of, you know, when it comes to Ellie, she's got a very friendly personality. She's very outgoing. She's well loved within the NSFW community, but
and then the moment the jacket goes on and the mask goes on, she's a completely different woman.
But then you think to yourself, well, she has got Washu.
Look what she's not afraid to get angry. She's not afraid to get rowdy. You saw what she did to Katie during that ladder match. The kicks off the top of the ladder, the slams through tables. They went to war with each other that night, and she can easily go to war again tonight.
We're talking about going to war. Well, let's be quite honest. Washu in herself is a one-woman war machine. She is not going to take this lightly.
She is angry.
She is always angry. She was born angry.
Particularly at someone who she believes may have just been given arbitrarily the #1 contendership slot. She didn't have to win a match to get it, unlike quite a few of the other people so far on the road to Revengeance.
These two women, by the way, have been in the company since day one. They are probably the two single longest serving female members of the NSFW in its history.
Indeed.
So for these two to finally have a one-on-one contest, it's not even for the championship.
It's going to be a very difficult match for both. Remember, Ellie has never been pinned or submitted. And Washu is an exploding ball of fury. Let's see. Get it.
Quick cover.
Immediately a quick cover.
Doesn't do her any favours, but
only gets one.
It's the psychological edge that's going to affect this matchup.
But here's the worry though. It's Washu. You don't want to poke the ball too many times, otherwise you're going to get it. And as you see, Washu gets one herself, which also only gets a 1. It's very much a game tit for tat. This.
When it comes to these two, they're two of the toughest women in our division, and like I said, the psychological game comes into it. I mean, Washu, you take her out of her comfort zone, you start controlling the match against her, she will start making mistakes, as we have seen in the past.
And as we've seen with Ellie, she likes high-flying spots.
She does. She is well known to go into those top ropes and into those corners and doing some huge
damage. If Washu keeps doing her strategy of grounding her, that's a major weapon in Ellie's arsenal. Grounded.
Washu is just going to
work the way out of that. Work for the face.
Washu is just going to keep working some stiff shots into wearing down Ellie.
Washu is starting to have the advantage
Oh!
here. But Washu eats a DDT.
A big one as well.
First big move of the match for Ellie, I think. Immediately goes for a pin, but only gets one.
Only
This
one.
is going to be a long one.
Drop kick to the back of the neck.
Yeah.
Doing all she
Works the
can
upper
to wear her
left
down.
shoulder. As we've seen, goes into the middle row. Fist drop. Bridge off the nose, potentially there. And look at the strength of her.
Oh,
Snake eyes right into the turnbuckle.
she is attacking that face.
And Ellie's starting to have fun now. Ellie's starting to realise that she can get away with poking the bull. But no.
Working that head and face, just
Yeah.
doing all she can. But like you said, it's only going to upset Washu even more. And here
As
she
you've
comes.
seen, atomic drop there, and it's twin legs and a basement drop kick as well to seal the deal there. And this match is by no means over. Underhooks it. What?
Oh!
Was that? Good lord. That was awful. And
Oh.
Ellie very lucky to get out, having two knees to her chest there. She's setting it up though.
Washu's not
Ellie's
finished.
in trouble. She could be having a washing machine.
And
Ellie
Washu.
goes for it and can't
Oh,
get it.
oh no!
Underground.
Washing
Oh my
machine!
god, she hits the washing machine!
That's gotta be it.
Nobody has ever kicked out of this, have they?
Oh!
The
How?
washing machine has been kicked out of.
How? She landed straight on her head. And
Bloody
now
hell.
Washu's pissed.
Oh,
Going
she's
straight for that turnbuckle.
again aiming for the head.
She undoes one turnbuckle and then climbs another.
This might be her strategy. Put away Ellie so she can't fight for the title.
Oh! Catches him
Catches
midair!
her.
Suplex!
Beautiful suplex. And just like that, running hip attack into her chest, and now it's Ellie who's got the power back. This is a massive pendulum swing. Let's see. Ellie's continuing with the slam-based defense. Pulls the leg for a pin. Hits only two.
She goes up to the corner.
She's going off to the corner. Could it be? Could we have it?
Is this it?
Spikes her! 2 feet to the chest, and this could be over.
Oh!
Only a 2.
The frustrations are kicking in for both women.
The Heavenly Strike does not put away Washu. That is a surprise.
Need we remind you that Revengeance is only 2 weeks away. We only have one more show after this, so already, I mean, this match is still ongoing, but Ellie has taken some huge hits.
Ellie's being rather...
Oh my god, no!
No, Ellie!
No! Oh!
No. Oh my god! Ellie is being rather risky, putting in this high altitude attack. Very nearly got the brainbuster on the turnbuckle, and that would have been good night.
We must say this though, in regards to what happened at Aim for the Top. If you remember, Katie was taken out via Washu on her lead up.
Gets a crucifix.
On her lead up to the finals. But even with all those injuries she sustained, Katie still walked out as champion. So,
is that more about Katie's resolve, or is it about Ellie's striking ability? We don't know from just one match alone. I think we're going to find that out at Revengeance.
I firmly believe that as long as Ellie is given ample enough time to recover after this match, and as long as she doesn't take any more big strikes or
you say
or
that,
hits,
but she's going up.
well, she's aiming to deal them
if she doesn't do them, Washu certainly
Oh
will.
my
It's
God,
going to be a
no.
It's going to be a superplex.
Oh my God!
Throws her down. Face
Ellie
first
wants it
almost.
finished here and now.
Is
1,
it?
2. No.
Ow. Good Lord. And we haven't seen. I think there's only one move of Ellie's that could possibly put this away.
Kick, go into the arm drag.
And we could sit and
Oh,
wisely chooses
Yeah.
to roll out the ring.
But Ellie is in
Oh,
position. No. She decides against
That's
it.
going to count against her.
You had to think for a split second
Yeah.
there. Ellie was considering.
Jumping, but realised what she's got to deal with. And oh, that is no respect. And they're fighting on the outside now, but
And Washu. Oh.
onto the mats. There's really thin mats.
Ellie needs to get back into the ring as quickly as possible.
Ellie does.
She
and
can't.
She's
She can't. Wait.
what's
happening
going on?
here?
What's going on? What's going on?
No!
Oh my God! Ellie showing absolutely no respect for Washu's neck. Climbs straight
Jesus.
into the ring after. No, she's not done.
No
is she?
remorse on that attack. Just straight
Throwing her
up.
head straight into the ring post. That's a concussion. That's a concussion.
Ellie
isn't
is
it?
taking no more crap in this match.
I don't think.
Oh, and Washu still gets
Still
out of it.
finding openings. How is she doing this?
And another suplex. Jesus Christ.
Good Lord. And I think we're at a count of 11 now. Throws her over the shoulders. And I think, 12 now. She has to think about getting back in the ring.
Oh.
But not before she tries to cave open her head on the ring post again.
Gets her back
14.
in.
We're back in the ring on the count of 14. And so now she gets back. Oh. We're going to
She's
have
for another one.
another.
Oh. That's
Goes
got to be
for the
it.
pin.
1, 2.
No.
Could say the referee was taking his time and counting that pinfall.
Yes. Tries to work the arms now. She is not having fun here. I fear there might be only one move of Ellie's arsenal that could properly flush out Washu for good.
Oh! Knocked down.
But if she can't get up, is this it? 1 point?
No.
Both women showing some strong resilience, and Washu is going out. Is she?
What is she doing? She just.
She's-
Oh no.
Oh no! Not this. Not a chair.
She's going for the weapon strikes.
Wisely.
Ellie escapes.
Just avoids it.
Oh!
And
Washu runs.
Runs in again.
Comes back in. No!
Tis- No chair for you.
And Ellie
Goes back.
drops her back.
Now,
She's calling for it. She's calling for the
is she
finish.
calling for the spot? She's going to try and
Getting
slowly
Washu
get her
ready.
in.
She just needs to get her into the right position for that double stomp.
But she's got no. It's not a double stomp. It's if she gets this. Icebreaker.
That's it.
Is that it? That has to be
Cover.
it. That has to be it.
Pull her away from the ropes. Go for the cover.
Brutal.
1, 2.
No, she kicks out of the icebreaker. We thought that was it. We
How
seriously
much more
thought
do these
that
two
was
have? Wait,
No.
is she going for it?
top.
What is she going for?
second?
She's asking her to stand up. Oh! Big missile drop kick.
Goes high, taking all the risks. Oh no! But Washu
She
is.
counters it.
Washu's
picks
going
her
into
up.
himself.
Fall away slam.
Yes,
Is that it?
I don't think
1,
this could be
2.
it. No! A 2 after everything that Ellie has thrown at her. She is still standing. What does either woman have to do to win it? Oh no.
What is she doing? Oh my god. What
Going
is
for
she
it.
doing?
She's going for something on the
She's
on the
going
side.
high. Oh! Big clubbing
Big
forearm.
forearm from the top rope outside. And
Brings her back down.
Neck whips and just tries to work that. That's going to be a very
She's trying to work that
shoulder.
She's trying to work the neck, the shoulder. She's doing everything she can now to wear her down bit by bit.
Wait. No, oh no.
Oh God, those knees again.
And
no.
Oh no.
She's not done.
A second one, is it?
She going for it? Wait. Oh my God.
Is she
again?
doing it? Is she's stolen it?
Oh
she's
my
done
God.
an icebreaker. Such disrespect to
not
take
this way.
the move that she was saving.
No.
What does this mean?
Washu
What does
picks
this mean
up
for the belt?
a big victory.
Just when we
against
thought that Ellie would have had it in the bag.
Against the #1 contender.
What does this mean for the belt now? That is a huge win. The
Using-
first time Ellie has ever been pinned.
Washu had to use every tactic she could think of to try and beat Ellie.
And it's
she's
amazing
done it.
how she did it. And although she dealt into the weaponry, it wasn't as much as Ellie had to deal with it too. It's a very convincing and amazing shock win for Washu.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have to cut it there, unfortunately, folks. But please,
You are staying for the next one, my friends.
Please tune in, day 4, the final day on the road to Revengeance. There's just
So
how
many
can it
things
get
have
any
happened.
bigger? How can it get any bigger and better than that?
But we assure you, it will.
There's still so much to talk about, so much to discuss, and well, you're gonna have to tune in next week to find out what's happening. Like, this is just, what does this do to the women's division?
I know. What?
We'll see you next week, folks.
Thank you all. Good night.